Wow, Kirk Douglas and Sam Kinison, what a pair. My first guest has 2 Emmy nominations for his work on Saturday Night Live, and he's become one of the most imitated guys in the business. Take a look at his clip.
Get to know me! Acting!
Brilliant!
Thank you!
Thank you!
Thank you! I'll have the man flogged, yeah. Right away, that's what I'll do. Why, it'll never happen again. Yeah, you have my personal guarantee. Yeah, that's a ticket, yeah.
Yeah, this old head's just way out of proportion for this body.
These eyebrows come together in the most unappealing way. Come, serve me, the Prince of Darkness. I command it! Serve me!
Let's go.
Wait one second. Obey me! Obey me!
Remember.
I just want to be loved. Is that so wrong?
John Luvitz.
Isn't he sharp? Look at him. You look like the Righteous Brothers. Or something.
Thanks. Well, you know.
Good to have you here.
Thanks, yeah.
Of all those characters, what's your favorite?
Well, Master Thespian, really, because it's, you know, about being an actor and acting. And first time I did it was just like in the Groundlings Theater, I did it as a monologue, you know. It was like, you know, and then there was the time when I had the keen insight to realize that Shylock should be played as a Dane and Hamlet as a Hebrew.
So a lot of your characters existed before you came to Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah, when I was in the Groundlings Theater, it's like Second City, and I did the Liar there, and Master Thespian, and Eddie Spamozo, and did the Vinnie Barber, you know, which Vinnie Barber's fun. It's like a baseball announcer in the 40s. And I thought of that, like, you know, when Ronald Reagan was a, you know, sports announcer and off the ticker tape, and they said he had to make it up and everything. So it went like this. I go, it was a sports announcer from the 40s spicing up the game. He goes, "No, I'm Vinnie Barber." He goes, "And we're back. Oh, what a game it's going to be. I'm Vinnie Barber, the voice of the Chicago Cubs. Joining us in the broadcast booth today, the National League MVP from 1939, 40, 41, recently retired, and Showbiz Hall of Famer, Arsenio Hall. But now, back to the game, and the windup. It is a 1-2 pitch on the way. It's a hit. Ball's going back, away back to the back of the wall. It's gone. I don't believe it, folks. A 1,000-foot home run in this game out of the World Series. Boy, I wouldn't be surprised if that ball landed in the Great Lakes right about now. And oh, I can feel the splash clear up to here. And look, here comes a fish. He's got the ball in his mouth. Well, will it be rolling out or a home run? The fish is wearing a Cubs uniform. He's out.
Have you ever created a character and said, oh, this is going to kill, and it didn't work?
Yes. Yeah. My character, Frenchie, you know, is supposed to be did it once, the man you love to hate. And half the audience loved it, and half the people hated it. And it was, you know, it's like, hello, it's supposed to be like a charming guy just being horrible, you know. Hello, I'm Frenchie. How are you? Everything good? Good. Well, great. I'm going to do it now, and it bombed on air. What am I thinking? Anyway, that one didn't work, and you can see the reruns.
Now, we always see this great stuff. Do you know what my new favorite is?
What?
Annoying man wears me out. I just a little annoying man.
All right, well, it's, you know, all right, he goes, it's just how I used to, out of my glasses, can I buy your glasses?
Yes.
I used to, you know, it's just how you bug your sister.
Leave it to me to wear annoying man glasses.
You gotta keep saying stop it, right?
Okay.
Hello, Arsenio, how are you?
Stop, man.
Stop it, no. And then that's a very nice jacket.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, no. And Arsenio, down. Oh, this is a very nice...
Put that down, man. Just leave it. You don't have to yell.
Well, I'm glad you're laughing.
So you know what it is? It shows how important Dennis Miller's part is. I sucked, and it didn't do as well as it does on this show.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun annoying Dennis. It's a lot of fun.
Who's your favorite member of the cast? Who are you closest with?
Oh, well, you know, I'm good friends with all of them. I was Phil Hartman and I were in the Groundlings together. We were good friends, and Dana and I, Dennis, I mean, all the guys and all the girls. And we were, you know, no,
I mean, usually it's somebody you hang out with afterwards, or maybe.
well, Dana and I started hanging out a lot, and, you know, play pool a lot, you know. Oh, he did this thing in 20 Questions where he said he, you know, creams me in pool, and it's just not so. But anyway, we have a lot of fun, and we both play, I play piano and stuff, and he plays drums, and we, you know, do that kind of stuff and music, and play basketball at his house.
You play basketball?
Well, not good, but I play.
You're going to miss the whole cast, the whole process, I guess. I was shocked to find out you're leaving.
Well, you know what happened was, really, my contract was up, and I had a chance to do movies, and, you know, basically, you know, movies pick you, at least in the beginning, and it was just a real shot for me to do it, so, and I, frankly, you know, I'm dry, I don't have any characters left, so, and I just wanted to leave, you know, I had a good year last year, and I wanted to leave, you know, on a good note, as opposed to, like, staying there forever and just kind of fading, you know, and saying, oh, the Larry guy was funny, now he's just kind of, you know, faded into that floor over there. So I just, and yeah, I'm doing this one. I already did as Mr. Destiny. I played Jim Belushi's best friend. It's a supporting role. It's him and Michael Caine. It's like It's a Wonderful Life, but not really, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing one that's called on August called Mom and Dad Save the World. It's the same guys who wrote Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and it's with Terry Garr and Jeff Jones. And
so you have 2 movies in the can already?
Well, one's in the can, and one I'm doing in August. I got 3 in a row. One fell through, but yeah. So I mean, the last movie I did was like 2.5 years ago. Was My Stepmother's an Alien, and so that was, as you can tell, was a big hit. So anyway, you get so, you know, you get a chance to do it, and I just, you know, I'm just taking it, you know.
Yeah.
I could most I would do is another year, and then at the end of that year, maybe I would have no movies, and then what do I do, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I'd be your driver or something.
No, as long as you're doing something, and we'll be able to see your work.
Yeah.
And he'll be right back in 1 moment. John Luvitz. Sitting with John Luvitz on Saturday Night Live. Have you ever done a character that angered someone?
Yeah. Well, it was in the
Sounds
paper.
like he's lying whenever he responds to anything.
I wish I was lying. Yeah, I did Harvey Firestein, and this was in the paper. So he came in, you know, to the show, and wasn't too pleased with it, with, you know, good reasons. But, you know, Saturday Night Live, you know, it's satire, and, you know, when you imitate someone, you kind of have to make fun of them. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? It's because that's satire. But he was really nice, and, you know, you know, it's the whole thing of, you know, he's being gay, and, you know, I kind of did him more from his movies and not him so much. But I have a lot of, you know, friends in the show that were gay, and, you know, they didn't mind, but he objected, and I don't blame him. So I just don't think you should, you know, if someone minds that much, you shouldn't do it. But anyway, I was going to do a sketch where I go, hello, you know, and welcome to my show. Now, Arsenio, I know you're not gay. But if you were, would you be attracted to me? No? Get out of here! Who needs you? I can do it myself. He didn't like that, you know. I don't know why. And I know in the bar, you know, goes, now, he's a torch song. He writes musicals. He's a very talented guy, and I'm a big fan of his, and it's fun playing him. Now, I have a new musical coming out. It's called The Bar Mitzvah Boy. It's about a boy who on his 13th birthday not only becomes the man, he becomes the man's man, you know. I wouldn't do that, you know, because he doesn't like me to, so I won't do it.
It's funny stuff. I saw the Arsenio Beckman sketch on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
One of the best written pieces I've ever seen. And it was about me, and it dogged me, but I had to sit at my house and say, this is hilarious. You know,
yeah,
it was well done and well written.
It was very funny. Rob Lowe, I mean, I was with him, and he'd watch tapes of you, you know, then they made, like, you know, finger extensions. You know, it was very funny. He was a nice guy. Make your hands. It was more. It was one finger. It was like, you know.
It was like, it was, I think the whole hand was like...
Well, you can palm a basketball, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that don't help
that's-
when you have a talk show, you know? Who cares? You know, it's like,
Oh, them
my
touches
next guest... it's not real good in this business to be able to palm a basketball. Dice Clay. How did you enjoy that show?
Well, you know, I was kind of disappointed because I'd written a sketch for Nora and I to do. Then I heard she wasn't going to do the show, and I said, oh, now I was going to play the lesbian. No, she does, no. She's married. What? No, she's married. You know, she plays this, you know, character, Dr. Norma Heffring, who's a lesbian doctor, you know. And she does Pat Stevens, who's a dumb, you know, woman's model. And, you know, she does Babette the Sex Kitten. And she did the show with Sam Kinison in Sake of the Porn Star Queen. But she believes in women's rights, you know, so that's cool. I just think she should have, you know, I think she should have told the producer and the cast first before telling the rest of the world, hello, you know, so it would have been nice, but, you know.
Nora's not coming back either, right?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask, that's up to Lauren.
Yeah.
That's called passing the buck.
Well, so I guess what you're saying basically is there was a feeling among the cast, or at least with you, that, hey, tell us what's happening.
Well, I think because I hear now she's saying she didn't tell us first. I just, you know, you can't argue somebody's morals. You know, you can't. You know, if that's the way she feels, that's fine.
And you're also saying if she did the Sam Kinison show,
Well,
she could do the Dice Clay show.
Well, I don't know. Just if you do Sam Kinison and Sake of the Porn Star Queens on there, I mean, that would offend me if I was a woman. But since I'm a man, I naturally liked it. But the thing is, you know, that, well, and don't tell me you don't know who she is. Anyway, so, no, but, you know, it's you know, he was a nice guy to work with. And we, you know, a lot of it got overlooked. We did a scene, a spoof of Raging Bull that was his idea called Ridiculous Bull, him being Robert De Niro and just breaking everything over my head. You know, you're never going to get me down, you know. Oh, you know, he's this guy. And I don't know, he was a nice guy, you know, and next week was just a regular week. And,
yeah, that was a funny sketch, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I can't believe that they didn't put Dice in a situation with the church lady.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think he had to kind of watch certain things. I mean, I wrote a sketch for him and Harvey Fierstein, and he said, no, I can't touch that, you know. I said, you don't have to touch it, I'm just doing a sketch. But, you know, but he didn't want to do that, so I understand, you know, you know.
Yeah. So let's talk about John personally. How's your love life?
Well, you know, your keyboard player star? She wishes. No, actually, after that week of the Dice Clay show, it was kind of upsetting. So I went to a friend of mine has a farm in upstate New York. And I never drink, but that night I got really drunk. And I woke up in the morning, and I was, like, in bed having sex with a goat, you know, for, like, 9 hours. And then I realized, I'm not wearing a rubber. So we finished, and the goat's just laying there for, like, you know, the longest time, not saying a word. So I finally said, what? And the goat says, what are you thinking? You know. So I'm thinking, does she have a friend? You know. So she gets this pig to come over. I was waiting for you to stop me.
Boy, oh boy.
But I don't do that kind of humor. I don't want to offend any women or...
You know, there was a time...
Oh, I believe in goats' rights. In fact, they were going to have a goat host the show, and I refused to do it. No, because he didn't know his lines. Yeah?
There was a time when the liar thing was, like, happening, and everybody, or it just happened, and everybody was doing this character. All my friends got on my nerves. Everybody did it. Did it ever get too much for you?
Well, yeah, I got so identified that I wrote a book about it. It's called I Am Not the Liar. You know? I'm Spock. Yeah. No, it was great, you know. It's when people stop doing it, you know, and you realize the audience picks the hit characters, you know. And I remember one time the summer after I did it, my dad called me up, and And he said, hey, you're in Doonesbury, you know? And Gary Trudeau did a whole cartoon on it, and it's like, all of a sudden you're kind of like part of the culture. And it just started as an inside joke between a friend of mine and I. And so Annoying Man was the same thing. And it's so funny, because to me, people say, oh, that's so brilliant. And to me, it's like, no, it's not. I'm just being silly, and I'm just doing it on the air, you know? It's just what I do, you know, with my friends goofing off.
Yeah.
One time I was with my girlfriend and woke up in the morning in bed. She said, hey, you're the liar. And I knew it was big. You know.
Well, it's created an incredible television and soon film career for you, and we're glad.
Thanks.
We're glad that you exist. Would you like look into camera one there and go to commercial as the liar, just for me, please?
Oh, okay.
Just.
Hello, I'm Arsenio Hall, and we'll be right back with In Vogue. Yeah, that's the ticket.